Good afternoon, everyone, and you're very welcome to our 1 o'clock session, which is with Thesaurus Software as part of our Business and Finance Virtual Career Series. And we're delighted to be able to welcome Thesaurus Software to this particular event, where we have representation from a range of personnel within the company, and also 2 DKT alumni to be able to share their stories as well. It's great to have the involvement of Thesaurus Software, a company who's based within our own region, and offering great opportunities for students from a range of different backgrounds, but particularly that in the area of business finance, as payroll is what the company has a focus on. So I suppose as with all sessions, I'm just going to encourage people to be as interactive as possible, to drop any messages or I suppose comments or questions into the chat or questions function, and they'll be addressed throughout the session, but predominantly maybe at the end, where we have some space to take those Q&A. But without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Vivian, who's going to introduce you to the rest of her team and take us through a presentation. Thanks a million.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Catherine, and hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me in our sales and marketing department here today, some of the guys. So we'll just talk to you about what it's like to work in Thesaurus. Some of you also might know us as Brightpay. And firstly, I'll just introduce everyone. I'm Vivian and I'm the HR assistant, and I'll introduce you to Colleen now, who might tell us a little bit about her journey with Thesaurus.
Thanks, Vivian. Hello, everyone. I'm Colleen. I'm the sales manager here at Thesaurus. I started working for Thesaurus as a business development executive in February 2016. I then took on some elements of marketing on top of my day-to-day calling. And at that stage, the team was made up of 5 people. I've now progressed on to the sales manager role and started focusing on building the sales and tele-prospecting teams. So almost 6 years later, our sales and marketing team is over 40 people and counting.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Colleen. And Ronan, maybe you'll introduce yourself.
Thanks, Vivian. Yeah, so my name's Ronan. I'm from Dundalk and I'm a DKT grad. So I graduated from Dundalk in 2017 with a level 8 in marketing. So I joined the company a little over a year ago. And my journey to get here, I worked in the local credit union in Dundalk. I worked for a wood and floor company where I found a passion for sales. I went traveling for a bit and here I am.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ronan. And Holly, will you introduce yourself first, please?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Holly Mchugh, and I'm from Drogheda. And I'm currently working as a marketing executive here at Thesaurus Software. I graduated from DKIT in 2017, along with Ronan, where I studied the same degree, a level 8 in marketing. So I started working in Thesaurus Software a couple of months after my final exams. So it's actually my 4-year work anniversary this month. So I might even get a special mention on the Friday meeting this week, fingers crossed. So after I finished college, I did a 12-week marketing internship at a local biscuit factory in Drogheda, County Louth, which I really enjoyed. And I was even kept on after the 12 weeks as a marketing assistant, which was great experience to have. But I was eager to see what else was out there, and that's landed me here. And another thing as well, I am from Drogheda and I didn't want to venture too far out. So I didn't want to travel to Dublin. So I wanted to stay local, and we're situated in Duleek now. So it's very handy and I'm just down the road.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Holly. So firstly, I'm just going to go into a presentation then about Thesaurus and what it's like to work in Thesaurus, and then we'll be back up with the guys in a few minutes to talk about their experience with Thesaurus so far. I'll just share my screen. Perfect. This presentation will just talk about what makes working in Thesaurus so special, and why you'll never work for a company quite like Thesaurus Software. If anyone has any questions throughout, please do pop them in the chat box and we'll hopefully answer them at the end. But I'll just go on to a little bit about me then. I know the guys have introduced themselves, but my name is Vivian and I'm a recent graduate of TU Dublin. I finished my bachelor's degree in May 2020, just in the height of the pandemic. So you can imagine, like yourselves, a stress-free end of final year. So after over a year ago, I was right where you guys are now, and I was asking myself similar questions. Where am I going to be at the end of college? What do I want to do? What if I don't get the job I want? What are the roles out there? You know, all those fun questions. But fast forward a year, here I am, the HR assistant at Thesaurus Software since July 2020, and I haven't looked back. One thing I did know from when I finished my degree is I did want to work for a small, medium-sized company where I would get as much exposure to HR as possible. And here I am in Thesaurus in a department of just 2 with myself and my colleague Laura Murphy, our Chief HR Officer. And in this role, I do various tasks such as recruitment, onboarding and training. But prior to my experience in Thesaurus, I worked for the Dalata Hotel Group in one of their hotels where I started my work placement. In my 3rd year, it was 16 weeks. And after that, they kept me on part-time until the pandemic hit in March 2020. So very similar to what you guys are all going through now, but just maybe a year ahead. Next, I'll just talk about kind of who we are as a company and what makes us us. So a little bit of history is coming up. So Thesaurus was established in 1992 when our CEO Paul had the idea to make payroll easier for accountants, and then he made it a reality. So Thesaurus started with just 2 people, and little did Paul know that 30 years later the company would have over 330,000 businesses across Ireland and the UK using the payroll. So it's payroll software. So it's incredible, really. We currently have 6 products and counting. These products are 2 payroll products, Thesaurus Payroll Manager and BrightPay, with additional 2 cloud-based solutions called Connect, which support these payroll softwares. And then we also have a HR and account software. But the real reason why I said and counting is because earlier last week, I'm not sure if any of you heard, that we announced the exciting news that BrightPay would be merging with Relate Software, another Irish software company who specialise in accounting software. So the perfect complement to our award-winning payroll software. This is an exciting moment in BrightPay's journey to develop a one-stop solution for businesses and accountancy firms. And together we will help so many more businesses. So it's really an exciting time to work for BrightPay and Thesaurus. So now I'll just tell you why us, why Thesaurus, why BrightPay. So the importance of our employees is massive to us. We like to find, support and develop great people. It is important to us that every employee has a voice and has an opinion and that wants to be heard. Our weekly Zoom meetings are a great space for collaboration, and we also celebrate diversity and are committed to building an inclusive environment for all of our employees. At Thesaurus, everyone is treated with dignity and respect. We have equal opportunities for everyone. We promote every employee to strive to be and create the best workplaces possible. We do believe, sorry, the slide just went here, sorry. We do believe that the diverse and inclusive work environment is more adaptable and is more creative and ultimately more successful. So it's really important to us that we do build a fantastic workplace where everyone feels comfortable to share their own perspectives. So then just moving on to a little bit about our learning and development. We do believe that learning and development is really important, and we're committed to supporting all of our employees in getting the most out of their careers. We want everyone to develop personally and professionally while they're working with us. As the company is growing so quickly, we want our employees to grow along with us. And we've done this with the help of many different things. But for one, we have invested in LinkedIn Learning licenses for all of our employees. We also have had a learning week in the office, which was fantastic. We all got an opportunity to learn something from our peers. We did a session on how to learn some sign language. We also learned how to make June's famous bread, which you can see the pictures of us there in the canteen, all learning how to do that. And along with that, we also have full product training, team leads that help with coaching and mentoring. But it's just so important to us as we are growing. There's more promotions and more opportunities within the business growing every day. So we just want to make sure that everyone is coming along with us on that journey. So then just moving on to a little bit about our engagement. This is also something that's really important to us, as both teamwork and fun are in our values. We promote that everyone's to have fun and work. It's not just somewhere you come to go to work and come home. We do other things as well. We promote health and well-being. We had the wellness warrior, Catherine O'Keefe, in with us recently, talking about fertility in the menopause. We also have a fantastic 5-star rating on Glassdoor, if you want to check that one out as well. In addition to that, we do a number of events throughout the year, such as our office Olympics. We have Family Fun Day in Tato Park. And we have fantastic Christmas parties and all sorts of different things as well. So then I'll just show you a little bit more about our benefits. So as well as all of that, we have all of these different things as well that we do offer to our staff. So like a hybrid working model, sometime in the office, sometime at home, to help with flexibility, volunteer leave, we have more than statutory annual leave. And we also have paid maternity, paternity, and adoptive leave, internal referral bonuses, and we also have free food in the canteen, which is fantastic. And these are just some of the other ones as well that you can see on the screen now. But in addition to that, it is important to us that we do act in a socially responsible way. So with all of our growth over the last few years, we have found it's important to continue our commitment to creating a better society. So just talk a little bit about the environment and how important it is to us. We believe sustainability is very important. We are serious about making an impact on the environment. So you can see on the slide here that our aim is to be net zero by 2023, which is incredible really to say we'll be able to do that. We have an employee-run green team. We're nearly 97% paperless. We've done beach cleans on our local beaches. You can see pictures here as well from our employee garden, which we've been doing as well on lunchtimes and after work, trying to make that space for next year in the sun when we can all sit down and have our lunch outside and enjoy it. And this week as well, we've just done a clothes swap, which is just to raise awareness for fast fashion in the office, where some of us have swapped clothes that we aren't using anymore. And then in addition to that, just a little bit about our communities as well. So being involved in our community here in Duleek and also the surrounding areas, and then supporting charities as well is very important to us. So we have a staff-led charity committee, which we run fundraisers. The most recent one was 100k for Carrie, where we raised just over €2,000. We also do things like donate our old computers to local educational facilities as well. And that's just to name a few bits about us. But just to move on to where we're based, I know both Catherine and Holly mentioned it there a few minutes ago, but we're based in Duleek, County Meath, and this is our new office that we've just opened in May 2021. So you can see here all of the fabulous photographs of the office. You can see our boardroom, which I'm in now, our presentation room, which I think there's talks of Netflix lunches and maybe watching the end of the football on, I think, as well. We also have our games room, so if you're competitive, you'll fit right in here in Thesaurus. And then we have our kitchen as well, which is just the state of the art with everything in it and a fully stocked fridge. Just to name a few bits, but it also, our office is one of the only offices in Ireland to be completely carbon neutral as well. So that's really helping towards our net zero goal as well. So that's all from me on the slides. I'll put this back up at the end, just a few contact details if anyone would like to get in touch about opportunities or maybe future opportunities when you are finished up in college. I'll pop it back up now in a minute. That's okay. Perfect. So the kind of next section that we wanted to have in this was just a kind of a panel discussion amongst ourselves to talk about what we like about Thesaurus and all of our different journeys so far. So I might just go to you, Colleen, first, if that's okay. If you'd like to tell us about the current vacancies we have open and maybe some of the intern roles we have available as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we've 2 positions available at the moment. We've a graduate content marketing executive position and a graduate sales position. We do also have 2 paid internship positions available at the moment that you can apply for now, and we'll be starting placement on those in January. The roles are a social media intern based within our HR team and a marketing intern based on our marketing team. So I suppose the types of people we're looking for to fill these roles are people that want to learn and want to develop themselves and their career within either sales or marketing. There is no experience required. They are graduate roles. So I suppose what we're looking for is really driven people with can-do attitudes and positive mindsets. And as Vivian mentioned, she will put up that slide at the end with contact details, but you can see more info on our website or by contacting Vivian directly.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Colleen. So if anyone has any interest in those internship programs or maybe a graduate position when yours are finished up, please do contact me. I'd love to hear from you. But Colleen, maybe you'll start us off on this one as well, if that's okay. Could you tell us maybe about how you've developed within Thesaurus?
Definitely, yeah. So as I mentioned briefly in my introduction, I started in 2016 as a business development executive, which really is today's junior sales executive on our teleprospecting team. And I loved that role. I really enjoyed talking to prospective customers and telling them about our product and basically telling them how BrightPay, our payroll software, could help them. At the time, the team was very small, and I was asked if I'd be interested in taking on some small marketing tasks. And I jumped at the opportunity. I really enjoyed learning new skills and adding these marketing elements to my day-to-day routine. We've been so fortunate on the sales team to have such a fantastic marketing team generating fantastic leads for us, more so being generated than we could work. And so I suppose the decision was made to grow the sales team. So as the team grew, I took on more responsibilities. I started getting involved in recruitment and learning more and gaining new skills. So I was promoted to the sales manager in 2020, where I'm now, as Vivian mentioned, continuing to grow the team and really helping people to develop their careers within sales. As Vivian also mentioned, it's a really exciting time and a great team to be part of.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Colleen. Maybe we'll pop to you next, Holly, if that's okay.
Yes, of course. So I started working in Thesaurus software as a marketing assistant and business development in 2018, which meant I was calling prospects and leads to get onto our product demos and helping them to convert to customers, while also I was writing blogs and content for our social media platforms. I have now progressed and I'm currently a marketing executive within a team of 5 great people. The main task for the marketing team is to generate leads for the teleprospecting and sales team, and we make sure that they don't run out of leads to call. We also warm the leads by sending targeted emails, ad campaigns, demo videos, hosting webinars, writing guides, attending conferences, and there's so much more. And it's really hard to believe that there's only 5 of us on the marketing team currently, and we are looking for content marketing executives to join our growing team, where they will help produce content to deliver our brand message. And full training will be provided on the products, of course. And the marketing team is very close-knit, and we just work very well as a team, bringing all of our creative ideas and talents together as we all aim for the same goal.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Holly. And Ronan, maybe you could tell us about your journey so far in Thesaurus.
Thanks, Vivian. Yeah, so like yourself, I joined the company in July 2020. And so I am a member of the sales team. There is 13 of us. And my day-to-day role involves building and maintaining customer relationships, negotiating deals and closing those deals with accountants and small and medium businesses across Ireland and the UK. And what makes my job a bit easier is that we sell great products. So we've won payroll software of the year the last couple of years, and it makes the job a bit easier when you work with a product that people love and people want, and it's solving customer needs. So we're making a lot of people's lives a bit easier with their day-to-day roles. So I never thought I'd have a passion for payroll, but I do. So I'd say a couple of years ago, before I started, I could just about read a pay slip, but now I could probably do a product demo with my eyes closed. And that's probably thanks to the training that we provide here and the team, and everybody's so supportive of each other. We have this Bright Pay accreditation program to help people through the ranks and increase their knowledge levels and help them sell more within the team. And the company supports their staff. So they're actually putting me through a diploma in payroll management at the minute as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ronan. And I know you all could answer this one for me, but how would you describe the culture at Thesaurus? Who wants to go first?
I don't mind going first there. I love this question. There's a real sense of togetherness and collaboration with Thesaurus, regardless of department or title. We're all working towards the same goal, and that's really, really felt. Everyone has a voice and an opinion in the company, and it's equally as valuable as the other. There's a real passion felt across the company, honestly, not just for each other, but for our products as well. We're all, as it was mentioned a few times, we're all working towards the same goal, and we've a great product to back as well, as Ronan said.
Yeah, I 100% agree there with Colleen. It really is such a great place to work. And although there are multiple departments within the company, we're not segmented, as we all do communicate with each other. And before COVID-19, believe it or not, we would regularly socialise outside of work. But we still do see each other, as the new office in Duleek is open planned. And we have a games room with a pool table and a dartboard where we can all wind down at lunchtime.
Yeah, just to echo what Holly and Colleen have mentioned, it really is kind of sounds cheesy, but a case of teamwork makes the dream work. Everybody is so supportive of each other and helps each other along to do better in their roles. But there is also that bit of friendly competition to get to the top of the leaderboard, and makes life a bit more interesting, to be honest. It's a case of where hard work is recognised and it's rewarded upon. And then the staff barbecues and office Olympics and Christmas parties, they're not too bad either.
Brilliant, thank you so much. And again, I know you can all answer this for me, but it will be different, of course. But what has been your proudest moment or your highlight of working at Thesaurus Software so far?
I don't mind going first either. The recent highlight for me, I suppose, is getting back to attending conferences. So I attended a conference 2 weeks ago in Manchester Central, where we exhibited BrightPay to our UK customers. And a lot of preparation goes into the event beforehand, such as designing the stand graphics, designing brochures, stand equipment, and much more. So it's really nice to actually be there and get to talk to the new and existing customers face to face, and then obviously bring back a load of leads then for the sales team.
I might jump in there then and say mine is probably the first time I exceeded my sales target. The whole office erupted in a round of applause. It was like a tamed scene from The Wolf of Wall Street or something like that. But everybody giving acknowledgement and praise, and a nice message from our CEO Paul welcoming me to the 100% club, and just kind of motivates people to strive for more and makes it all worthwhile.
Brilliant. And Colleen, do you have one?
I do indeed. Yeah. So I suppose one of my highlights with Thesaurus is helping to grow the sales team across the tele prospecting and the sales side. The team has more than tripled in recent years, and I've loved the journey and challenge. So I suppose what I'm most proud of is to now be leading such a fantastic team of people, all supporting each other and pushing each other forward every day.
Brilliant. There's definitely things to be proud of, in the space of a short period of times in someone's career. You guys have definitely done some amazing things. Maybe then we'll just touch on what you love about working at Thesaurus. Want to go first?
I don't mind going first.
Perfect.
So I suppose I love the team spirit and buzz within the company. Everyone is collaborating and working so hard together, but we still make time for the fun side. That's key. Another key thing for me, I suppose, is the feeling of being heard and supported and I suppose empowered within the role. Something that I hadn't experienced before Thesaurus, but I can definitely say that hard work does not go unrecognized here.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I love the working environment and the team spirit, as everyone is so enthusiastic in their role. One thing that just comes to mind is that I don't have the Sunday fear that I used to have, like some of my old jobs. And I can even say that 4 years on in my role. I really do enjoy coming to work, as I like the tasks and responsibilities that I have in my team. And as a team, we support each other. And if there's any task that I need help with, or I simply just want another opinion, everyone is more than happy to help.
I have to agree with Colleen and Holly there, and I definitely don't get the Sunday fear anymore since I started here. But yeah, there's never a dull day in the office here. I suppose one thing that stands out from the other roles that I've been in, I actually work with people that are born in the same decade as myself. I work with my friends, so I go into work, I work hard, and I have a laugh when I'm doing it.
Fantastic, thanks so much. And I'm cautious we're coming up to close to time now and to have a few questions. Just one more, if that's okay. Guys, if someone was to start in the company in the morning, what one piece of advice would you give them?
I heard of a really good quote, and it was, "The expert in anything was once a beginner." So I suppose don't get overwhelmed on your first day. Enjoy the first day, as it's one of the days that you'll always remember. I always remember all my first days in my jobs. Introduce yourself to as many people as possible and work hard.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I suppose one thing that I kind of had in the back of my mind when I was starting here is I've always worked for small companies, and it's a bit daunting coming into a bigger company. We're still medium sized, and I didn't want to be just a number. But as the company grew, we were still able to keep that small company culture, even though we had that global focus, and that's where we are going. We're constantly growing, and it's an exciting time to be here when we're bringing on all these new products from our merger with Relate, and we're now the biggest payroll software and accounting software company in Ireland, and all these awards that we're winning. So there is a real sense of celebration in the office and togetherness between management and staff.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I totally agree with Holly and Ronan, but just to echo what I've said in my previous answer, hard work does not go unrecognised or unrewarded in Thesaurus. That's definitely what I'd say to someone on day one.
Brilliant, thanks Colleen. And I might just add my one in. So I would say that no question is a silly question at Thesaurus. You can have a line of 20 people out there looking to answer your question, and they'll all be happy to do it. Everyone just wants to help and excited to have new people on board. So yeah, we can have a look at the chat box maybe and see if anyone has any questions.
I think you've been so engaging as a group. I think people haven't had to ask questions because you've covered so many topics in that, and really came across strongly in terms of the culture of the organization and how welcoming, focused, and fun, and the right age group, Ronan, that you have. And I suppose it's no surprise to hear that you're in both HR, sales, and marketing, because you've really put forward a really clear picture of what life can be like with Thesaurus software. I suppose just generally, I know we're coming up to time, but that idea of openness from different backgrounds. So we will have people tuning into this who might be business focusing on finance or different areas. I take it that training is provided, and as long as you meet the right, I suppose, personality criteria, as well as other types of business acumen or competencies, that you're open to taking students or applicants from any discipline.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And both of the roles that we have open at the moment, and we probably will be continuing to recruit throughout the year as we get bigger, both the sales and marketing roles that we have are graduate positions. So we're not looking for someone who has a heap of experience. We're looking for someone who's really just eager to learn, get stuck in, and get to know our company. If that answers your question, Catherine.
It does, and I suppose the fact that your product is around payroll, and I'm aware that there will be different backgrounds here as well, that idea of having that understanding possibly of finance may also be a help and support in terms of being able to connect maybe in a quicker way to the world of finance and payroll.
Yeah, I can say on that as well, Catherine, that I worked in the food industry before I worked here. And to be honest, I wouldn't have thought, software, I'll try the software industry. I just stumbled across the job description and I said, yeah, that suits me. I'm going to give it a go. And honestly, it's my favorite industry that I've worked in. I didn't have any background in payroll. I, just like Ronan, couldn't even read my own payslip and understand it. So no, fully training is provided, and just on day one.
Yeah. And I suppose that's really what we're always trying to talk about, is that your degree is more than its title. It's a suite of skills. So that idea of understanding what your skills are, bringing them to the forefront, and some questions are coming in. And maybe if one person could just say in terms of what you feel, and maybe Vivian might come to yourself, that idea of in the application process, what makes a candidate for Thesaurus software stand out in terms of the application or their CV?
It's just someone who's kind of worked hard and, you know, got there. We're not specifically looking for any specific type of person, but someone who's really eager to learn, get stuck in, and, you know, wants to work at Thesaurus, because, you know, if you come into Thesaurus with no experience, you'll still be able to get somewhere. I think so many of us came in here with no payroll experience or any experience really, and have worked our way through. So if you're eager to work and you want to get somewhere, then this would really be the company for you, I would think. But even if you're looking for a CV maybe point of view, just to have the things that you've learned in college, any experience that you have, whether it's customer service experience or anything, pop it down on the CV, because we want to know as much about you as we can. We want to know what type of person you are, and you can tell that from someone's experience or what they've done in college and the different aspects that they have taken up, as you said, Catherine, the skills that they've adapted from their degree.
And of course, we always, as we're doing in all sessions, we're promoting engaging with the Careers and Employability Centre to help you understand what type of key skills to highlight on that CV or that application form. And as we're coming to the end in terms of just that application process, so there's sort of rolling jobs that will be advertised, or people can approach you directly with their CVs. So that email address, maybe, Vivian, that I can put into the chat so that people can send their applications directly to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I can pop it in the chat box there. That's okay.
That's great.
So that's my email address there if anyone wants to pass over any information or has any questions. And, you know, there mightn't be a role advertising in January, but when you guys are graduating later in April, May, do come have a look, because we will definitely have roles available as we're growing so quickly. When I started, I was employee number 50, and I think we're over 190 now with the merger. So it's really incredible how fast we've grown, and we're definitely looking to grow a little bit more as well.
Great. Well, congratulations to your company on the merger, to each of you in terms of your career progression and how well you've described your experiences in Thesaurus software. And I will also just highlight to students that we regularly advertise positions for Thesaurus software on our DKT Careers Connect, and we've just uploaded one today and approved that. So there's always jobs looking out there for that. And to thank each of you for your time in preparing for this and presenting such an engaging presentation, and a special word to Holly and Ronan as our own DKT alumni. Great to see you back, and thanks for flying the DKT flag so well.
Thank you so much for having us, Catherine. It's been a pleasure.
Lovely. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I know.
Bye.